Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is Bamari. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful under the bust smoky top and baggy trouser. If you are interested in knowing how I made this, please stay to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. To cut our top, we need to first cut out 26 inches on our Ankara fabric twice. After that, I folded it into two. You can see it is 4 pieces the way I folded it. And this top doesn't have a zipper, so it is unfold in 4 pieces. So just cut out 26 inches twice on your Ankara fabric. After doing that, I'll go ahead to rule a straight line just like this. This line will be my starting line. The top length for my customer is 23 inches. You can see this is 23. Then I'll be adding 1 extra inch because of the smoking at the under bust, because it's going to make it jump. So instead of making 22, I'll be marking 24 inches. And I'll be adding 1 extra inch for hemming allowance. So I'll go ahead to mark 25 inches. Then I'll rule it out. Now the total length of my top is 25 inches. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure out the shoulder. Our shoulder is 16 divided by 2, that's 8 inches. So I'll mark it out. So I want to use a sleeve of 9 inches. I'll go ahead and place my tape, add extra 9 inches to the shoulder. Then I'll be adding extra 1 inch for hemming allowance, making 10 inches. Then I'll mark it out. Then at the end of our 10 inches of our sleeve, I'll be coming down by half an inch to take my shoulder slope. Then I rule it out. Then for the neckline, I'll be using a neck width of 6 inches because it is a boat neckline. So I'll mark 6 inches. Then I'll be coming down by 1 inch for the neck depth. Then I'll go ahead to use my curve ruler to curve it in just like this. For the sleeve, I'll be saying the bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. That's the measurement to get your armhole. But I'll be adding 1 extra inch for ease and 1 extra inch for sewing allowance. So that gives it 10 inches. So I'll go ahead to mark 10 inches for the sleeve. Then the total inches I have at the upper part here, which is around 18. So I'll be removing half inch from it. So I'll just go ahead to mark 17.5 at this down part. So I'll mark it there. Then I'll connect the sleeve opening together just like this. To get the width of our top, we're going to say our hip divided by 4 plus 5 inches. So we can either use that, or we should just remove 2.5 inches or 3 inches from our sleeve area. So I'm just going to go ahead to remove 2.5 inches from my sleeve, from the end of my sleeve, just like this. Then I'll mark it out. After removing the 2.5 inches, the remaining inches we have here, which is around 15 inches, I'm going to go ahead to mark it at the down part of the blouse. Then I'll rule it. After doing that, the armhole area, I will take my curve rule to slightly curve it so it won't just be sharp like that. I'll just curve it like that. Then from the shoulder to the under bust is 12. So that is, then we'll be adding 0.5 inches to the under bust, giving it 12.5. This is where our smoking would start from. So I'll just go ahead to mark it out and rule it. Then the space for the smoking is just around 4 inches. So I will mark 4 inches from the first line of the smoking. So this is where our smoking is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead to mark it out also and rule it. So for the smoking effect, we'll be giving a 0.5 inch spacing for the smoking effect, and that is about half an inch spacing. So I'll just be marking half, 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 half. So I'll be marking half spacing till I get to the 4 inches. And this will allow me easily follow the lines, will allow me easily make my smoking in a straight line. But you can also use your eye to just measure it if you can. Then initially, you know that I used a top length of 23 inches, but I want to reduce it to 22 inches now because my customer is actually a petite size. so I'll make it 24 inches. So I'll just go ahead to re-roll it out. So I'll be using 24 inches instead of 25 inches. So just do what suits your client. Then I'll come up 0.5 inches at the shoulder for the joining allowance, just like this. Then I will go ahead to cut it out. Just watch carefully the way I'm cutting it out. After cutting the top out, I'll just go ahead to notch the side where the smoking would be by 0.5 inch spacing. So now it is time for sewing. I'll just go ahead to pipe the neckline with the same Ankara fabric and I will stitch the shoulders together. Now that I've joined the shoulders, you can see, and I've hemmed the neckline with the same Ankara fabric. So before we do the smoking on it, we are going to go ahead to hem the down part of our top and the sleeves of our top by 1 inch. The 1 inch allowance I left, I'll use it to hem the down part of the top and the sleeve. Now that we have hemmed the down part of the top and the sleeves, the next thing for us to do is to mark where our smoking is going to be on our top. And this is we're going to mark it on our right side, the right side of the fabric, not the wrong side. Then as I said earlier, I'll be marking 0.5 after the under bust from the shoulder. Then I'll go ahead to rule it. Then I'll come down by 4 inches. Then I'll also rule it out. After ruling it out, so the 4-inch space is where our smoking is going to be. And I'll just be dividing the 4 inch into 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. That's half, half, half. Then I'll roll it out on the fabric. Remember, it is on the right side of the fabric. So this will guide us when we are doing our smoking. And if it's that you can actually just use your eye to guide yourself, you don't need to mark it, but marking it out on your fabric will allow you to be accurate and precise. These lines that I drew are the lines we're going to smoke on. So all we need is we need our smoking thread. This is how our smoking thread looks like. Let me remove one for you. It's like a thread, like an elastic thread. So I would reel it on my bobbin. It is better you use your hand. You do it manually. Don't use your machine to reel your smoking thread. You do it manually. You use your hand to reel it on your bobbin, then you fix it and use it to sew on your fabric. So you use a normal thread on top of your fabric, then your smoking thread will be under. So this is how beautiful it turned out to be when I was done smoking it. If you want a more detailed tutorial on how I make the smoking, you can drop it in the comment section. I'll consider doing a video explaining how to make smoking on your fabric. After we are done smoking our top, so just go ahead to place our top right side facing right side, just like this. Then we'll go ahead to stitch all the way from the sleeves to the down part of the top, just like this. We'll do it for the right side and for the left side, and we are done with our top. This is how beautiful and chic the top is. So let's go to the next part of the video, which is the making of the palazzo of the top. Stick to the end of the video if you want to know the way I made the trouser. For the trouser, I'll first go ahead to draw a straight line, which will be our starting line. The next thing is to put in the measurement of the quarter of the hip. The quarter of our hip is 9.25, so I'll go ahead to mark it at the waist area because it is an elastic band, so we're going to use the hip measurement at the waist. Then after that, I'll be coming down 8 inches to also mark the hip measurement from the waist. Yeah, I just labeled it out so that you can understand better. So the same quarter of the hip that we have at our waist, we're going to input it at our hip also, then rule a straight line to connect the two. To get your crotch for the trouser, you say your hip divided by 4 and mine is 9.25. So I'll be adding, you can add extra 1 inch or 1.5 inch to your crotch. But because of mine is an Ankara fabric, I'll be adding extra 1.5 inch. So that will give me 10.75. So I'll just go ahead to mark it from the waist to the crotch. So I added 2 inches extra allowance because it is a baggy trouser, but if you want it to be very baggy, I would advise you add extra 4 inches or more to your hip measurement. So mine, I just added extra 2 inches to it, but if you want it baggy, please add extra 4 inches to it or more. Then I just ruled it out. Now to get the crotch extension, we say our hip divided by 4, then divided by 4. Mine is 2.3, but I'll just make it 2.5. So I'll go ahead to mark it there. Then I'll take my curve rule to curve it in just like this. Now my client's full length is 57 inches minus the half length, which is 16 inches. So the trouser will be 41 inches. So I'll just add extra 2 inches allowance for hemming allowance. So I'll mark 43 inches and roll it out. So whatever I have at this area of my crotch, which is 14 inches, I'll go ahead to mark the same 14 inches at the hem line of the trouser. 14. I'll also mark it at the middle, then I'll connect the lines together just like this. After doing that, this is our front crotch. So now we want to drop the back crotch also on the pattern. So I'll just add extra 2 inches to the crotch for the back crotch. Then at my hip area, I'll be adding 1.5, 1.5, and above my waist for the back crotch, I'll be coming up by 1 inch. Then I will just connect the lines together. That 1 inch I came up at the waist is just to accommodate the butt. Then I'll just slightly curve it this way. Then from the waist, from the 1 inch I came up at the waist, I'll just curve it in to the waist like this. After doing that, the middle part from the crotch to the hem of the trouser, I'll measure it and it is 32, so I'll just divide it into 2. The middle part, which is 16, I'll mark it out. Then I'll go ahead to mark 1 inch all the way down just like this and rule it. Then from the middle point, I'll just connect it to the back crotch just like this. So I remember that our trouser has a band, so I'll be removing 1.5 inch from the upper part of the waist from the band. The band is actually 2 inch. The 0.5 will be for the joining allowance, so I'll just mark 1.5 inches for the band and roll it out. I'll also come up here and measure the 1.5 inch. I'll mark it also, then I'll connect it to the waist also like this. So you can see the band of the back is different from the band of the front. To avoid removing it like this, you could have just removed your 1.5 inch for your band away from your waist when drafting your pattern. All the same thing, it works the same way. So I'll just go ahead to cut the band away for the back pattern. The distance between these middle parts this way is around 7 inches, so I'll go ahead to mark 7 inches all the way to the down part. Then I'll roll it this way. It's just dividing your trouser into 2. Then I'm going to cut the back pattern of the trouser just like this. After that, I'll open it up along the line I drew at the middle part of the trouser just like this, but I will not cut it to the end so that I can spread it open this way. Then I'll just go ahead to fold my Ankara fabric into 2. Then I'll be placing my pattern on it just this way. Then I will leave 6 inches spacing. You can see the way I spread it. I left 6 inches spacing in between it. You can leave 6 inches spacing, 4, 8, or depending on how wide you want your trouser to be. But me, I'm adding 6 inches spacing in between it. I'll pin it down, then I'll cut it out just like this. Just watch carefully the way I'm cutting it out. Now that we are done cutting the back part of the trouser, we'll go ahead to cut away the back crotch and the sides of the back. Also, and we also cut the remaining band of the back so it can rhyme properly with the front. Then we'll also be placing it on the fabric just the same way we did for the back. Pin it down. We'll be leaving 6 inches spacing in between it like this. Then we'll go ahead to cut. Just watch carefully the way I'm cutting it out. After cutting the front part of the trouser out, so this is the way it looks like. So from the waist, I'll be coming down 1 inch to mark the positioning of my pocket. So my pocket will have a 6 inches opening, so I'll just go ahead to notch the 6 inches. The next thing for us to do is to stitch the waist all the way to the crotch this way. After joining the crotch area of the trouser for the front and back, I'll go ahead to place it on each other, right side facing right side, just like this. Then I'll go ahead to stitch it on the side using 0.5 inch. I will only be leaving the opening for our pocket. I won't be stitching on the opening for our pocket. You can see the size of my pocket is around 10 inches long and 8 inches wide. So I'll just close the sides all the way down, and I'll leave the opening for the pocket, and I'll attach the pocket to the opening. So this is how it looks when I was done joining the sides and I've attached the pockets, so you can see how it is now. So the next thing for us to do is to fix our band. So we'll go ahead to measure the waist of the trouser. So I will cut a 5 inches wide band, which on fold will give us 2.5. So the half will be for joining, and it will be around 35.5 inches long, because that is the full waist circumference I measured. Then I'll cut it out. Then I'll go ahead, take it to my sewing machine and join it together just like this, leaving a little space in between where I can insert my elastic. So after joining the waist together, you can see the opening in between it. So I'll go ahead to fold it this way, just like this. Then I'll be attaching it to our trouser. This is how the waist is looking like after I've attached the band to it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert our elastic through the opening we left. So I'll just be using a safety pin to insert the elastic into it, just like this. Just watch the way I'm doing it. After I was done inserting the elastic into it, I went ahead to stitch it like this using my sewing machine. Then I insert the remaining elastic into the waistband fully like this. So that is it about the elastic of the waistband. So the next thing for us to do is to hem the down part of our trouser by the 2-inch allowance we left earlier. Then we're going to join the middle part of the trouser, and we are done with our trouser. After hemming the down part and the middle part of the trouser, this is how beautiful the trouser came out to be. Which tutorial do you like the most? Is it the trouser tutorial or the top tutorial? Thanks for watching the video to the end. Please like, subscribe, comment and share to see more helpful tutorials like this. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.